I'll be going through with you Hewlett Packard. You can type in HPE stock and click enter, and then you can see the name here, Hewlett Packard Enterprise Company, and the stock symbol is HPE. And then if I want to buy the stock right now, I have to pay 13.27 US dollars for one stock, and it's a billion size market cap, which means a big size firm, and it's 3.39% yield. I just want to explain you briefly. If a company is paying dividend yield, that means they're financially very strong, because that means that after paying their costs, liabilities, they still have extra money left. That extra money they'll be paying to shareholders as dividends. So any firm, if they are paying a dividend, that means they're financially very strong. This is a positive sign. It's founded in 2015 November, and you can just go to Wikipedia and you can search this box and see founded 3 years ago. Now let's have a look. I just want to copy this part exactly from Google. Okay, and then I want to see what the employees have to say about it. So what I'll do is I'll just go to Indeed reviews, and just click there. Then you can see 4,000 reviews and it's 3.7 star. And you can read through the pros and cons yourself, the salaries they're paying, the photos of the firm, the jobs they've listed, and the questions asked. And now I'll see it in Glassdoor as well, reviews. Okay, and I will see what people have to say about it. We have 9,700 reviews, which is plenty of reviews, and it's 3.6 star. And you can see, you can read through the pros cons yourself, what people have to say about it who work there, the jobs they have listed, the salaries they're paying, the interview questions, the benefits they're giving, the photos of the firm, and everything. And let's go to just here patents, and I want to see if it has any patents or not. So let's have a look. Click enter. So I just want to make sure that please don't look at inventors, because these are people who invented but they don't have full rights. I'm only interested in assignee or applicants, because they have full rights. Now I also want to point out one more thing, that we are looking at Hewlett Packard Enterprise Company, but if you just have a look here, it's Hewlett Packard Enterprise Development LP. So it's a bit different to what I'm looking for, so I just want to make sure it's the same thing. So what I'll do is I'll just Google it, and yes, it's the same thing appears. So that's fine. So it has a patent in 2012. It has a patent in that's a different one as well. Let's have a look if it's same, or one that we're looking at. And I think it's a bit different to what we're looking at, so I'm not sure if this will be counted as a patent. And the development one will be counted as a patent or not, so you need to be careful about that. And now let's have a look at Yahoo Finance. I want to see the key executives of this firm and their salaries. So what I'll do is I'll just paste it here exactly. And don't be confused by which one to click, because all of them have different symbols. What I normally do is I just go to Google, and I type in the firm, and then I'll look at the Nasdaq symbol. It's HPE. So I'll just click HPE, and I'll go to profile. Sorry, okay, and then I can see the sector, industry, and the employees. I can see they have 5 key executives, and 4 of their salaries have been shown. One of them says not applicable. Now it's up to you to find out why it's not applicable, because the more information we have about the salaries, the better trust we're able to build. So they have shown only 4 salaries, not the 5th one. So that's something to search about. Now let's have a look at my macro trend and see how does this firm perform. Let's go to price ratio, price book ratio, and type in the symbol. And I just want to explain you briefly. If the price book ratio is less than 1, that means stock is cheap, it's undervalued, it's a discount. If it's more than 1, that means stock is expensive. The higher the number goes, more expensive it gets. Right now it's 0.98, it's less than 1, that means stock is cheap right now. It's a sale of 2%, which is brilliant. In 2019 April, it's 1.17, which means people who bought that time, they bought it expensive. They paid $15.81 to buy something that was $13.55 worth. Right now, it's 2% discount. And if I see that in 2016 January, it's 0.54. So people who bought that time, they got 50% discount, nearly 50% discount, because they paid $9.8 to buy something that was $18.25 worth. Right now it's 0.98 times expensive, or 0.9 times, which means they'll getting people who buy right now, they'll be getting 2% discount, which is brilliant. Let's go to other ratios, and I want to see the current ratio. In terms of current ratio, I want to see that if the ratio is less than 1, that means stock is risky because liabilities are more than assets. If the ratio is 1.5 or more than that, that means stock is safe. Right now, it's less than 1, that means liabilities are more than assets. And it means stock is risky. Let's look at the previous trend. Has it ever been 1.5 or more than that? Yes, just once it has been 1.5 or more than that. But then since 2013 up till now, we have data only once it has been above 1.5. Consistently, it's below 1.5, so it's a risky stock. Let's go to debt equity ratio. This ratio will tell me if the stock is mainly operating on debt or equity. I'm looking for a ratio of 0.5 or less than that for it to be brilliant. Let's have a look. Be patient with this website because sometimes it takes a lot of time to load. So because it has quite a lot of data, but once it loads, it makes your life quite easy. So be patient with it, please. Okay, I can see that it's more than zero point 0.5, so it's a risky stock. I'm looking for 0.5 or less than that. Let's have a look at the previous ones. Yes, it's less than 0.5. So I can see that since 2019, no, sorry, 2013, we have data up till 2018 October, it's less than 0.5, so it's a safe stock. But in 2019 January up till now, so in 2019 January up till now, it's more than zero point 0.5, so it's a risky stock. Let's have a look at return on equity. I'm looking for 8% or more than that for it to be brilliant. Let's have a look once it loads. Please let me know if you have any questions for me, or if I'm going too fast, please let me know. Right now it's less than 8%, a lot less than 8%, even though return on equity is a positive number, which is good, but I'm looking for 8% for it to be brilliant. Let's look at the previous trend. So I can see fluctuations actually. So it is more than 8%, and then it's below 8% for a while, and then it's more than 8%, then below. So recently, since 2018, since 2019 January, it's below 8%, a lot below 8%. So it's up to you to decide.